Welcome, Wolf and Wolfettes. So we are back with a brilliant Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Nintendo Switch, and at the moment we are inside the, I guess it's the boiler room, and we're trying to take down another boss who looks a little bit like a redneck. But before we take down the boss, we need to reduce the water levels because the son of a bitch has turned on the water and it's now flooded the whole place. So we need to reduce the water levels first. Now, before we get into this, I meant to show you this in the last video. But have a look at this top. I got it pretty recently on QWERTY, I think the website is called. But have a look at that. It's like a bear made out of forest, and there's a couple of little birds flying around. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Wolf and Wolfettes? Definitely very Bwolf, ain't it? I mean, it should be a wolf. I did buy 2 wolf ones as well. Got both of those. Got both of those here, but I'm sure you'll see me wearing them at some point. But yeah, if Maccabi Gamer sees this video, I'm pretty sure he'll like this. Or Lizzie Bear might like this. I think Lizzie Bear's probably a fan of bears with a name like Lizzie Bear. But yeah, pretty good. I think it was like £13 or something. So yeah, pretty cheap. But yeah, let's get into this. Right. So there's various different ways we can mess with these valves because we wanna get to the switch, but we also want to do all the little collectible bits because we're not going to be coming back up here when we return to this area later in the game. So I want to do all the bits now. First things, oh shit, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, sorry, Luigi, Gooigi. Oh, there it is. Stupid bucket in the way. That's exactly the same as the bucket I use at work. Just mine's blue. Right, we've got a toolbox here that we can do. Bunch of spanners, lovely. Right, now I think we need to blow. Where will that lead us? Let's have a look. Oh. Where did all of that go? Most of that went into the other, into the lake, like into the other section, not the lake, in the other section of the flood. God damn it! Right. So what do we need to do now? Oh, sorry, Gooigi. Right. So we need to send. I think we need to send Gooigi up here first, so he can change that valve. Sort of reminds me of Oddworld, with all the different valves you have to do, especially in like Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I love that game. I should have played that on YouTube. I did play New and Tasty, which is like a remake of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, which is like part 1 of their quintology, because they're making a quintology, Oddworld, and I think Oddworld Abe's Odyssey is part 1 of the quintology. Then you had Oddworld Abe's Exodus, which I think was just a bonus game, which actually ended up being a lot better than Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, in my opinion. I think everyone must agree with that. And it was very long as well, considering it was supposed to be an extra game. It was on 2 bloody discs on the PS1, but then they brought that out, and that was phenomenal, but it wasn't part of the quintology, I don't think. Then you had Munch's Odyssey, which for some reason back in the day was exclusive to Xbox for whatever bloody reason. That made no sense at all, considering all the fans were on PlayStation, and I guess PC as well. But then that was part of the quintology, part 2 I guess. And then they made another game which was set in a different part of the world, because I think the world that Oddworld is set in is called Mudos or something like that, if I remember correctly. And I think the whole Abe universe is set in East Mudos, and I think Stranger's Wrath is set in West Mudos, but it's like a spin-off game. So they've had 2 parts of the quintology, and I've played part 1 on here, and I think Soulstorm might be like a reimagining of like, and I guess that will be like the new part 2 or something, I'm not sure. I'll definitely play Oddworld Soulstorm when it comes out, but gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit worried about it, because it's got a lot of like weird. Alright, the water is back to how it was. Go back to where you came from. That's a bit racist, isn't it? And get after the mechanic ghost. I guess he wants me to go back to Italy. Flipping hell, Egad's a racist. Bloody hell, this video is going to be demonetised now, isn't it? Right, we can actually pick up a lot of our collectible things now and money and stuff because it's a lot easier now the water is gone and we don't have to float around in this stupid rubber ducky. Look at all this rubbish. That's one thing that I don't know if it's because my job in real life is pretty much a cleaner, and I don't know if that's why I feel so obsessed to clean up these rooms, but just when I see all this rubbish everywhere, I feel like I need to clean it up, and if I don't, it bothers me. Oh, look at this. And we're going to be loaded after this, aren't we? But yeah, you might be seeing lots of things that you might be thinking that I'm just skipping for fun, and I'm not, because there are a couple of things we can't do in this area until we come back here later. Like that right there, this wall, I don't think we can break that until we come back here later. I mean, I don't know if there's anything in this area that we can throw that's like hard, and we might be able to break this wall down, but I feel like we might need to just do this later on. So we'll just come back here later. I don't know how you get that pot out of that dinghy, but never mind. Oh, there was a bunch of like sharks chasing me in the last video, weren't they? For God's sake, there they are. Ouch! Look, come on, blue ghosts. I said you were cute in the last video. There's no need to punch me in the face, is there? How can a ghost even punch you in the face? It makes no sense. But yeah, I'm hoping we could take down the boss in this video. So I want to try and get there as quick as possible. There we go. Lovely. Whew. You can pull these plier boards off of the wall, and you can find some like coins and stuff. Little mass there, lovely. There was also in this area right here, there was a little blue wrench crystal. If you guys and girls saw the last video, so yeah, I'm not sure how we get that down. Maybe we might be able to get it later actually. Is that a piranha? Looks like a piranha, doesn't it? The amount of money that's just left on the floor. See up there, that wrench? I'm going to assume that we can get that later when we return to this area. But I could be wrong. Actually, might be able to do it with this. Can I smack it with this? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I remember this. Oh, this is going to be very naughty. This is when Luigi, because you know every single game in history that is even slightly difficult, when you read like game reviews, they always say it's like a Dark Souls clone, or like it's the Dark Souls of platformers, it's the Dark Souls of racers, and this right here is when the game becomes the Dark Souls of family-friendly games, I guess, because watch what's about to happen. There we go, we've got mimics. It took me a while to even realise how to defeat this guy, but then I realised that this game really, really hates Gooigi. Like, as you all know, we had to get poor Gooigi eaten by a T-Rex. Well, now the poor son of a bitch is going to get eaten by a mimic. And whilst he chews on him like bubblegum, you can send him back to being a normal chest. I don't like these bloody chests though, because they always end up jump scaring me. Because like, you click on so many chests and they're always normal, and then randomly out of nowhere one of them's a mimic, and it just makes you jump, you know? Makes me jump. Oh yeah. God damn, we got 25 grand. We are loaded. We are absolutely loaded, Wolf and Wolfettes. 25 more grand and I'll get my house up in Yorkshire. Lovely. Obviously not a brilliant house, but one that I can build up. And that's what Luigi's going to do. He's going to spend 25 grand on a house, 50 grand on a house in Yorkshire. Pretty cheap one. And then we're going to go there and do it up. Because obviously Mario and Luigi are plumbers, so we can get all the plumbing done for free. We ain't got to hire anyone. And then I can do all the decorating, because I'm pretty good at that. So yeah, sorted. I'm also very good at cleaning. So yeah, we're sorted, mate. We don't need to hire many people, so we'll be all right. Right, we definitely need to come back here later because even a shoe doesn't break it. Although a shoe wouldn't break a brick wall in real life, would it? Unless you were wearing some of those steel toe boots, that might break a wall, because those things are rock solid. You guys ever had them shoes that have got the steel toes in them? Your builders normally use them to protect their feet from like anything that might fall on their feet, like rubble and stuff. Or if they're ever chopping things with an axe, then if you hit yourself in your foot for whatever reason, then it will protect your toes. Should get my dad. I think my dad has got some of them, but my dad used to work in a woodworking factory, and one time he was trying to be Superman and pick up a ton of wood that he shouldn't have been picking up on his own. But my dad's Superman, so he picked up a bunch of wood on his own, and I don't know what happened, but he ended up dropping it and landed on his toe, and then his toe was pretty much flattened, just completely flattened, bruised. I'm surprised it weren't even broken, but yeah. So that's why you need to have those steel toe boots for situations like that. I should find a picture. I think there's a picture in one of our old family albums. Maybe I'll put a picture of it. I probably won't because I always forget. But yeah, I said this in the last video, but there's another wrench there. Not quite sure how you get it at. I might just be being really stupid, but... Can I spin this? If you can hear a bunch of kids screaming, it's my neighbours. Because we're all in lockdown at the moment. They've got, I feel like my neighbours have got their grandkids there. They've been there since the lockdown happened, so they're always screaming in the garden. Especially because it's been sunny practically every day since this lockdown started, which is very annoying. Because you all know in England it just rains. So the fact that we're locked in and then the sun comes out is an absolute pain in the arse, isn't it? Can I move these with my... Yes, I can. Lovely. But I'm planning on making a bunch of videos today, just because obviously I'm not in a very good mood at the moment and I need more time for myself where I'm not recording. So today I probably am going to make like 6 or 7 videos. So if you guys and girls wonder why I wear the same top for so long, it's not because I'm a degenerate, it's because I record so many videos in like one session. I record loads. At the moment it's been like 4 a day I've been making, which has been a very good thing, to be honest, because with all the stuff that's been going on, it stopped me having to record at my worst points, you know. So actually, I know we might as well do it when we come back to this area later. We'll get that chest. I think we're at the boss now. Yeah, this is the boss now. Okay. Alright. Now, defeating this boss will be a little bit slower because the way that I do it, I'm not sure if it's the intended way of doing it, but it's the way that works for me because it prevents me having to move my dinghy too much.
Hello.
That's the second time you've done that, Luigi. We could have snuck up on him and just sucked him into our Hoover. I bet Mario wouldn't make that mistake. I bet Luigi is fuming, to be honest, because Mario is the little brother, isn't he? So, is Mario the little brother? I swear Mario's the younger one. But didn't Egad say that he was my big brother? I don't know. Is Mario my big brother? I thought Luigi was the older one. Right, what I normally do is I keep doing this. Like every time you try and zap him, obviously you can't like stun him because he deflects it with his little fan. So if you just keep on doing it, he moves back a little bit every single time. I've got to line him up a bit better though. But if you keep doing this and then like pushing yourself a bit closer to him, then eventually you can push him into the spikes. But it's the slowest way of doing it, but I think the way you're supposed to do it is eventually there's going to be like mines and you can blow up his little ship. And then when you blow up his ship, he gets stunned a little bit, and then you can suck up his dinghy and you can throw him into the spikes, and then he gets pushed up onto the shore, and that's where you have to go and fight him. But I feel like doing it this way is a bit easier. For me it is anyway, because I don't have to move my dinghy too much, because I'm not very good at controlling a dinghy. You've got to be very quick though. Like, you need to get to the ladder very quickly. See, I'm controlling the dinghy really badly. I've probably been way too slow now. I really don't like this boss fight though. Because eventually he's going to get back in. I don't know if I've been too slow though. No, I think we just about got there in time. There we go, lovely. But if Luigi does get pushed into the side, then your dinghy will pop and you'll take 20 damage, and then you have to re-blow up your dinghy. But you see all the mines around. I think you're supposed to use the mines to stun him. But the way that I do it feels a bit easier. Oh, shit, move, Luigi. Oh, crap. Oh, it stunned us both. And that might work, actually. Oh, there we go. That's handy. Oh, well, there you go. Normally that's not the way I normally do it. That's the intended way of doing it, I assume. But I always do it with just keep flashing him until he eventually gets pushed into the thingy. I spent so long on this boss, though. But the way I do it is what made it very easy. I've got 2 bones anyway, so if I do die, it won't matter. Because he keeps making splashes to make the mines go towards you. Oh, no, watch out. Did he just get stunned again? No, he didn't. I suppose it's good to push him towards the one near the ladder, because then you're right next to the ladder, so you can quickly get out of the water to, hey, stop it. You see what I mean, though? This is a slow way of doing it, but it's a lot easier than trying to get him to move into a mine, because he just doesn't go near the mine, and then you have to manoeuvre your dinghy very intricately, and I can't manoeuvre this bloody dinghy for shit. So this is the way I do it. If you guys and girls want to copy me, it's fine. It's the slow way of doing it, probably the pussy way of doing it, but never mind. If it works, it works, you know, it's not cheating, is it? Quick. No, we flipping did that in 1, man. That is great. I had so much trouble with this guy. I hated it. Oh, at least we're out of this area. Oh, thank the heavens. That's the bloody button gone, isn't it? I mean, you kind of did it. I mean, you literally shot all of the ducks onto the floor, but then shot the button into the pond. Classic Luigi. Right, let's pull this switch. Lovely. And we'll get the button, and then we'll have to end it for today. And then next time we'll be going to my second least favourite area. But at least the next area, I enjoy it purely because there's sand everywhere. I think I mentioned it in the last video. There's sand everywhere, and it's just, even though it's fun to suck up the sand, you don't actually need to. And then I sort of get obsessed with cleaning up all the sand. I just really like to hoover up all the sand, and it's probably going to frustrate everybody. But it's just fun to do. It's fun how all the sand gets sucked up. It's sort of like when I used to play Knack. I used to like getting smacked by the orcs, just because it was fun watching all of the bits of Knack fly everywhere and then picking them all back up. I like stuff like that, all the physics and all that. There was literally nothing in that tool chest. Literally nothing in here, is there? Got a couple of... Oh, there's a toilet roll there. Luigi, you're going to be loaded, mate. We don't need gold bars, we need toilet roll. We can sell that. We'll be rich in no time. People were literally doing that. Buying like multi-packs of toilet roll, like those big 60 packs or whatever you can get. And then selling it on eBay for ridiculous prices. But I think eventually they stopped it from being allowed. But even Amazon kind of did it, because Amazon used to sell, like, you know, Andrex, the one with a little golden retriever or Labrador on it. That used to be, you can get big blocks of that tissue or toilet roll, whatever, on Amazon for pretty cheap. And then when all this crap happened, Amazon put the price up by a lot, or not Durex. That's bloody condoms, isn't it? What is it? The Durex? Yeah. What is the name of the toilet roll? I don't know. But they put the prices up by a lot. But anyway, thanks for watching WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and join the pack today.